Can I stop a wage garnishment after a court judgment? Imagine waking up to find part of your paycheck is missing each week. It can feel overwhelming, but there are ways to stop or reduce a wage garnishment even after a court judgment. Let's look at what options are available and how you can act quickly to protect your income. First, wage garnishment is a court order that requires your employer to withhold money from your paycheck to pay a debt. This happens after a creditor wins a legal case against you. The garnishment stays in place until the debt is paid off or the court orders otherwise. So, can you stop it once it starts? Yes, but you need to act fast and follow the right steps. One of the simplest ways to end a garnishment is to pay the full amount owed. Once the creditor receives the payment, they can ask the court to stop the garnishment. If paying the entire debt isn't possible, negotiating with the creditor is another option. You might agree on a payment plan or settlement that can lead to the garnishment being lifted. Another effective method is to file a claim of exemption or an objection with the court. This is where you ask the court to protect certain income or property from garnishment because it's necessary for basic living expenses. You usually have about 10 days after the garnishment starts to file this claim. If the court approves it, the garnishment can be reduced or stopped altogether. Missing this deadline or not providing the proper documentation can mean losing your chance to stop the garnishment. Filing for bankruptcy is also an option. When you file for bankruptcy, an automatic stay goes into effect. This stay temporarily halts most collection actions, including wage garnishments. However, bankruptcy has long-term effects on your credit and finances, so it's wise to consult a legal professional before choosing this route. Your employer must follow the court order but cannot fire you just because of a garnishment. If you lose your job, garnishment usually stops after a certain period unless you are rehired. Knowing your rights here can prevent additional legal issues. Avoid common mistakes like ignoring court notices or missing deadlines to file exemption claims. Not understanding your exemption rights or assuming garnishments cannot be challenged after a judgment can also hurt your chances of stopping it. It's always best to communicate early with your creditors or seek legal help to explore your options. In summary, while a court judgment often leads to wage garnishment, you can stop or reduce it by paying the debt, negotiating, filing timely legal objections, or using bankruptcy protections. Staying aware of deadlines and legal rights is key to protecting your paycheck and financial stability. Getting legal advice early can make a big difference in managing or stopping a garnishment effectively.